Tonight, on Closer Look, there's a grocery store on King Street in Toronto's downtown core that is very unique and unlike most grocery stores. This one you can't shop at and has some Toronto residents a bit perplexed. Toronto Today reporter Catherine Manny joins us to help fill in some of the blanks. Catherine, let's start with the obvious question here. If the grocery store is inaccessible to the public, what is it being used for?
So this specific grocery store is used as a fulfillment warehouse kind of thing. So instead of people going into grocery shop, they have employees in there grocery shopping for you. They package up your groceries and then they send it off to a bike courier. So the only way that you're going to be able to access the food that's in the store is through the DoorDash app. You go onto your food delivery app, your DoorDash app, you check off the kinds of grocery items that you want, and then it gets delivered right to your door. Now, the weird part is that usually these kinds of fulfillment warehouse grocery delivery type of stores are kind of located farther out of the city, I would say. They're usually in not very dense urban areas. So what makes this King Street location really strange is that it's right in the middle of the downtown core. There's so many people that live around it who could potentially be using it as a normal grocery store, but they can't. They have to use the DoorDash app if they want to get what's inside.
All right, let's talk about the people. How did you find the balance of opinions from residents? I know that you spoke to many of them. Were there more people who expressed frustration about the store being inaccessible, or did most not mind its presence downtown?
So it was definitely a mix. I heard from two people who honestly didn't really care that there was a grocery store there that they couldn't access. But I found that for residents that were older or for residents that didn't have access to a car, this grocery location was, a little bit frustrating for them because while there are some grocery stores in this area on King Street, I've heard complaints that some of these locations are overpriced. Obviously, food inflation is a huge issue right now. And some of the other locations are just too small to be appropriate, good grocery shopping locations for them. So I found that, for residents who were older, who might have had mobility issues, and for people who were younger as well, who didn't have access to a car, it was annoying that there was a grocery store so close to them that they couldn't access without having to do it through the DoorDash app and have to potentially pay a 10 to 15% service charge, and as well as a delivery fee on top of that. They would have much preferred to have this grocery store be a normal location where they can just go in, pick up a couple items whenever they need to, instead of going through this whole rigmarole.
And do we know, Catherine, why DoorDash and Loblaw chose this fulfillment model instead of a hybrid model that would have included some form of public access?
Right. So, it's really interesting. They created this express delivery model during the pandemic when obviously a lot of people were getting their groceries through delivery. Some of these locations are located in normal grocery stores. So they have a couple of PC Express rapid delivery locations in Vancouver that are embedded in normal grocery stores. So you can go in, shop as normal, and also get rapid same-day delivery from these places. But for some reason in Toronto, they've chosen to go with this fulfillment warehouse model right in the downtown core. So DoorDash has told me that, they look forward to serving the community, and they are happy that they're, being able to offer multiple modes of grocery stores to customers. And they say they open much later than normal grocery stores. So they say that they're, still filling a vital niche in the community. And I did hear from people who said, sometimes they need to get milk at 10 p.m. and all the other grocery stores are closed. So they do use this DoorDash grocery store. But I'm not certain why they haven't chosen to go for a hybrid in-store model as well.
You'd have to think, Catherine, that there was some form of consultation or perhaps some market research that was done with local residents before opening this location. Any word on that?
Yeah, no word on if there was consultation done with residents. I know that before this DoorDash grocery store opened up, there used to be a Shoppers Drug Mart at that location, and residents expressed that they really enjoyed having this Shoppers in the neighborhood for really quick grocery runs. They could go down and get milk and eggs, small things. And now that this location has turned into an only delivery model, it's a bit more inconvenient for them. Um, there are other grocery stores in the area, like I said, but I think there isn't something that fills that vital niche in the community of like a larger grocery store that has a lot of products and is also budget friendly.
So, not to put you on the spot before we let you go, Catherine, but is this the wave of the grocery shopping future, do you think?
Well, certainly the grocery delivery industry is growing, despite a huge peak in the pandemic. The grocery delivery model is still booming. I think, especially in Toronto, where people value that convenience. And while that convenience is great, I think and what the residents of King Street have expressed to me is that I think there are ways for people to get their groceries through delivery while at the same time respecting that some people just want to go in and shop themselves and pick their own produce, and not have to go through those extra steps and potentially pay extra fees.
Toronto Today's Catherine Manny. Thanks for this, Catherine.
Thank you so much.